Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men, Real Style. Today I'm going to be answering the question, Antonio, what do you think of Gordon Gekko's style from the movie Wall Street? This was a question posed to me by a viewer, and so I'm going to be taking a few minutes today and I'm going to give you my opinion. Now, before I get started, did you know that all of those costumes and everything developed on the set, actually Alan Flusser did that. And if you're not familiar with Alan Flusser, he's one of the best writers ever on menswear, published a lot of great books. And I've never had the chance to go to his custom shop in, I believe, New York City. But I would think that my premium sponsor, Kirby Allison's Hanger Project, does a great job of, in a sense, bringing something like that to the web. Now, Kirby, he's down in Dallas, Texas, and I brought him on as a premium sponsor because I was really impressed with his offerings. This guy has gone to Italy, he's gone to France, and he has sought out the best neckties, the best socks. He also happens to make some of the finest hangers that you can put your clothing on because Kirby is all about the best. And so I invite you to go check out Kirby Allison's Hanger Project. Say hi to Kirby for me. And with that, let me go ahead and pull up the viewer's question. So he's asking, Antonio, I was wondering, what do you think of the shirt style by Gekko from the movie Wall Street? How wearable is that clothing for a regular office job? Should only the collar be white on a blue shirt to make it less formal? I've seen that Thomas Pink is selling these type of shirts. Do you recommend that I go out and purchase one? So it sounds like the gentleman, he's in a white collar job, maybe in the finance industry. He has seen the movie Wall Street, maybe Wall Street 2, and he's wondering, okay, could I pull this off? That's a pretty sharp look. I like it. Okay, as I talked about before, Alan Flusser actually designed all of those outfits for the movie. And when he did that, before that stuff really didn't exist in reality. In fact, I've seen I've seen pictures of men imitating this. It's one of those things of reality copying Hollywood, Hollywood copying reality. Where's the circle? But when I look at that, what I see and the feeling, the emotion that I got from this clothing is that of aggressiveness, of strength. It's very memorable. It's almost overpowering. So if that is the message that you want to send, then go for it. So what made Gordon Gekko's clothing so striking, so strong? Well, strong contrast. So the gentleman talked about it in there, but he would use, let's say, a blue shirt, and then he would have a white collar with white contrasting cuffs. Now, this could exist, and in some cases, I've even heard of this existing quite a few years ago whenever, well, let's just say, where do you think the blue collar came? The blue collar came from because women got tired of washing their husband's white collar stuff all the time because it stained easily. And so if you worked in the fields, you wore darker color, darker clothing that was colored by indigo. But white collars were very hard, and they used to be interchangeable. So it was very possible to actually have a light colored shirt with interchangeable collars and cuffs and just change those out. And, that's something, you have to get that custom made to get that nowadays, but that's a little bit of history. But I think, and when I see that contrast, to me, it's a very sharp and it draws attention. So the accessories, if you go look in the movie, you're going to see the pocket squares, the cufflinks, other little details that these guys are using. Very high end, very well made. And those are sending a very clear message whenever the man puts his hand on the table and you can see his multi-$1,000 cufflinks that, yeah, I'm here to intimidate you. So clean lines. The fit was immaculate on almost all the clothing. Not so much in Wall Street 2. Wall Street, the first one, yes, the fit was down. And I mean, all the details that went into the lines. So you could see from when Michael Douglas would take off his jacket and you could see the suspenders to the fit of his shirts, to the fit of his trousers, the break on the trousers. Alan Flusser did a really good job with that clothing. And that right there says this man pays attention to detail. The colors. So a lot of bold colors, not just the contrast, but the use of gold, the use of very strong blues. So very good use of color. So what is my opinion? Well, that clothing was a costume. So my opinion is if you dress like this, you're really, to me, it's a little bit too much. I think it's a costume. That's where I think it should be left. Now, some men who are, they want to send the message that I don't care what you think. I'm going to dress how I want. I'm going to dress, he's one of my inspiration, one of my heroes. But I think Gordon Gekko, wasn't he based off of, or wasn't this stuff based off of the 1980 tycoons and all the stuff that was going on in Wall Street, which is still going on today? I think Michael Milken had a little bit of influence on him. And if you don't know who Michael Milken is, you can do a little bit of research. But I don't know if that's who I want to draw inspiration from. But to each his own. And I wish you the best. And if you want to learn more about men's style, gentlemen, I've got A Man's Guide to Style, my amazing self-study course. I say it's amazing because it took me 3 years to put this thing together. And I am very proud. Now that it's a full course with tons of bonuses. I've got how to dress for interviews, understanding etiquette, understanding manners, a lot of good information, how to buy guides, whether you're buying sweaters, shoes, shirts. So a lot of information in this course. Go check it out. I'll link to it down below. But I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully they answered the question. And if you've got questions, you know where to send them. Just send them to me to my email or use the Men's Style Q&A website, which I've set up for you. Take care. Bye-bye.